in Take a Seat News.
Sit your ass down.
Motherfuck.
Submitted by Why Are You Here? I don't know.
like
I ask myself every day. Chris Hansen has been arrested for bouncing checks.
Who's Chris Hansen?
To catch a predator. I thought he was gonna be caught for being a molester.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't want him to, but you know.
I mean, for comedy.
I know, yeah. I mean, like it would be ironic.
I agree, because when I saw, so I read the headline, it's like Chris Hansen gets own mugshot, but then I stopped reading, I was like, is he a predator too?
But that's what everyone's probably thinking. That's what they get you.
Is he poor? He's been running out of money?
Yeah, apparently. So he got arrested after bouncing a $13,000 check.
Oh shit.
This check
That's a lot of money.
was for several mugs, t-shirts, and decals. So for merch.
He has merch?
Yeah, so he has merch because
Chris Hansen merch?
yeah, back in 2015 he started a Kickstarter.
I caught my predator. Like, what is the merch?
That's tight merch. I like that.
Like engagement merch. Like, I caught my predator.
Yeah, no.
Call me if you know a 12-year-old.
I'm Chris Hansen.
A 12-year-old? Wouldn't it be if you know a guy that likes 12-year-old?
No,
he's the one catching
I know, but
predators.
he needs the bait though.
Yeah.
Then the shirt should just
The
say,
bait,
I'm bait.
bait is the hard part to
Predator bait.
Yeah.
It should be like ASL.
Oh, that's a really good shirt for Taika, dude. Predator bait. That's tight, dude.
God.
Baby booty on call.
Whoa, whoa. I can't. Take it easy, R. Kelly. Take it easy.
Piss on you. Oh my god, that would be genius. Get Chris Hansen to interview R. Kelly, or even bait R. Kelly, and R. Kelly shows up, and Chris Hansen's like, so,
That's funny.
Yeah.
But Chris Hansen doesn't need to do shit. All Chris Hansen needs to do is, do you like teenage girls? He's like, what's a teenager? He'll do that shit himself.
What do you mean by teenage?
13 to 19, and he goes,
I have 19-year-old friends.
I have 19-year-old friends, but if you talk about under illegal, I don't do that.
Under illegal.
That dude's fucking hilarious. I love R. Kelly, man.
No, you don't. You fucking, ironically.
Sure, if we want to put it.
And I was listening to Aaliyah's album on the way here, the Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and like she's talking about like love and like how she's like so infatuated with this dude. I'm like, ew, you're just thinking about R. Kelly and you're 15.
But that was an anthem back in the days. You know, it's like a lot of people, they do pin the song on the writer, but they're also writing what is in the streets. Like they're just, like, you know, Tupac, he's just telling stories of the hood. So it's like when they were telling that, like I knew so many chicks 13 dating 18-year-olds. I knew so many chicks 15 dating 23-year-olds. It was like so normal.
For sure. I agree with you because
yeah.
I did know, like my best friend, she got her first kiss from this dude that was like 24 and she was like 13 or something.
Loser.
So I know that that's very real.
Yeah.
But where I'm sitting as a grown-ass woman looking back at that, that's disgusting.
When I was 14, I was trying to get molested by a 22-year-old girl.
Girls are smart. We don't do that.
Me too, I was
we
like
don't go
that
back
too.
down.
I was like that.
Unless you're a teacher. Like, there's a lot of teachers that have been.
I wanted my junior high teacher to take me places.
There was a girl in high school that had a huge crush on our world history teacher, but he was a little younger.
Yeah.
But he was a very handsome dude, but it was fucking weird because she always was next to him as a TA, but it looked a little fucking odd, and it turns out that she was like madly in love with him throughout all of high school. And she got a little ostracized for that though. So I don't know if like when I grew up.
Yeah,
it was, like,
going
considered-
down in age was weird. Like, let's say you're 20, right? You don't want a fucking 13-year-old. You want like a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old or whatever, right? Like, you don't, I don't know. As a guy, and then the older you get, let's say like mid-20s, then you'll go, okay, maybe 18's cool.
But there was this one lady though, Miss Oda. Did you guys have one of those fucking teachers, those like TAs that were bad as fuck? Miss Oda, fine as fuck, dude.
Miss Oda just sounds old.
I thought it was like a grandma or something, like a cafeteria lady.
Miss Oda, if you're still around.
Asian don't raisin, so she must have been hot then.
Well, she was a TA, so she was super young. So she was whatever.
They were really
I will say this though, I think she was banging some of the football dudes because she always had all the football guys around her 24/7, and she had nothing to do with sports.
Dude, you're just like a commenter. I think she was banging them because like they were just walking next to her, like you could tell.
Not walking next to her, hanging out with her after school. All the
They all had their nose pressed up against her ass when she was
basically
walking. Yeah.
I'll put it to you like
a
this.
dog.
I've never been wrong.
Never.
Ever in my life.
Let's do a
Ever in
compilation
your
of all
life.
the times David was wrong.
So-
Anyway,
Don't you fucking dare.
Chris Hansen, why you got the money? What happened?
got the money.
Got the money.
So he did this Kickstarter back in 2015 where he was trying to create this new show backed by supporters called Hansen versus Predator. And so he promised a lot of these backers, like depending on what you pledge, that you'll get certain types of merch. So that's why he ordered like a whole bunch of merch. It totaled to $12,998.05, so $13,000. And he sent them a check, but then the check bounced. And then he sent them another check for a little bit more, and then that check bounced as well. And so finally that's when the merch company, the company that created the merch, were like, you know what? We had to call the cops because we need to get paid for all this stuff. Because he took the merch too. That's the other thing. But his checks kept bouncing.
How do checks bounce?
you just throw them on the ground.
Yeah, how do you write a check without like checking
your account.
It's so easy. It's fucking digital now.
Yeah.
People don't look at their bank account.
Yeah,
they
like they
don't.
have like accountants and
Especially if, like, imagine being as rich as Chris Hansen, right? Like,
Well, he's not very rich.
well, when he was having his show,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was getting good fucking money,
Dude,
right?
this
So
fool
you build a habit of never looking because you just have unlimited money, and then you do this for like a decade, and then you just have bad spending habits, and then you don't even make as much as you used to, and you just keep swiping and swiping, and you I forget that.
He hosted To Catch a Predator from 2004 to 2007.
Dude, it only lasted 3 years.
Yeah.
It's one of the best shows on earth.
Maybe because it keeps circulating online.
And also because South Park, that's true. Remember South Park when they made fun of him? That's funny.
Well, apparently there was this dude that came out on the show. He ended up committing suicide.
Oh.
So I don't know if that was the reason.
A predator did?
Yeah.
I'm like, is that a big like, box?
No, I'm saying maybe that's what led to the show to be canceled.
Oh, he committed suicide on the show.
No, not on the show.
He was on it, got caught.
Remember that show Cheaters and then the host got stabbed one time during
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, and then they had to switch hosts and they acted like no big deal. We'll just keep going with a different host.
Right. That dude did get stabbed.
That shit's
Why did
real.
he get stabbed?
Because like
The guy flipped out.
in the middle of like he catches people cheating on their spouses and so they start getting heated and
He's
this
a middleman.
dude was like so fucking pissed that the host like caught.
Yeah, put him on blast.
Yeah, and then he got.
Well, I mean, it was bound to happen, especially the way he caught them and how smug he was about it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how do you think this was a good thing to do? Like, I would stab the fucking shit out
You
of
know
you
who
too.
I fucking hate? And I fucking hate this guy. Do you guys watch People's Court? The
Yes.
Yeah.
Judge Joe Brown?
No, it's
Judge Mathis?
no, it's the lady, the Latina.
Judge Judy. Uh-huh.
No. Oh, anyway.
Oh, she has the long hair one,
Okay.
right?
It doesn't matter, but you know, like once they settle, you know, who's guilty, who's not, and then they talk to the white guy who's like, all right, he like kind of gives you a recap.
He's on the streets or in the hallway.
No, he's the hallway guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the hallway, and he'll be like, well, you didn't seem very prepared this time. Maybe next time you should be more prepared. How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, you fucking
Oh,
bitch.
you fucking asshole.
Like I just lost, you fucking dick.
Yeah, he does that. I think he does that to like rile you up so that you can give him better content.
Yeah.
And I'm
Dude,
like,
Judge Joe Brown is the fucking shit, dude. I love him. He sits like this when he's judging people, like on the side like this. So what you telling me, boys, that you ain't got no respect for your mama or your daddy? The fuck, man? Are you chilling on a porch or like what's going on? This was just like chilling.
he's all sipping on lemonade and shit.
So let me tell you something up. You got so much goddamn tongue, you could got that for 10 rows of teeth, motherfucker. Like, he said some crazy shit, dude. I love him.
Did I ever tell the story of how I was a Joe's hoe for a while?
A what?
Yeah, you did. I
did, right?
What's a Joe's home?
Okay, so back when I was like super fucking broke, I was just like any job. Like I was on unemployment. I was looking for jobs that like I was just taking like any job that I could. Yeah, and I got called to be. I was signed up on every casting site, you know, and I got called one day to be as like background for Judge Joe Brown, which I didn't even know that those were hired extras. I was just like, okay, but it wasn't just like the extras. It was like they hire 3 specific girls to sit in the front row and be like really like done up and like really paying attention the whole time and like really into it. And they paid us $250 for the day, and we were treated like cast. Like we would have lunch with Judge Joe Brown.
wow.
We got the catered stuff, and then all the extras over here were cast by a different company, and they got like $40 for the day. So I had no idea that it was like that until I got there, and we had to like have 5 different outfits because we were changing it as if it was different days or whatever. But yeah, if you look at Judge Joe Brown, there's 3 specific girls that will always be in the front, like all like this, and they call them Joe's hoes.
No way they call him Joe's home.
Yeah, and I didn't know that, and then I did it for maybe like 3, they kept calling me back, and I did it for like 3 weeks, and then I started hearing that like, oh, I didn't know you were a Joe's hoe, Nikki. I saw you on Just Joe Brown from like people that saw me on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, a Joe's hoe.
That's fucking tight, dude. Dude, you're so lucky.
It was fun.
Like,
That's good pay.
Yeah, it was really good
$250 a day, and you get to eat what Joe eats.
yeah, and you get to listen to some like dumbass people fighting. Like some of them are really
were there moments where you're like,
yes.
No one could laugh.
Yeah, like you're allowed to like smile and a little bit like have a reaction, but yeah, you have to like stay.
I just love that guy because I don't know how you could judge people at the same time and look like you don't give a fuck. He's like the best at it, dude. I fucking love that show, man. Yo, you remember that old referee?
For Jerry Springer, the guy that broke everyone up.
He was the white dude. He was like a boxing ref, and he became a judge. He was like a bald white guy.
No.
Dog, he was the best. He was so fucking mean. I loved him, dude. What the fuck is his name? You two do your job.
I can't watch too many of those shows because after like 5 to 10 minutes, I start feeling stupider and stupider and stupider.
It actually pisses me off how dumb like the argument gets.
Oh yeah, it's so.
But imagine if you just got to live in that world.
I did. That's why I had classmates like that all day long.
I could be a judge easy, dude.
And I was like,
Straight up, dude. With those type of cases, it's pretty like clear cut. You know what I mean? Because if that's what they're dealing with on the regular, I could easily be.
Because the cases are always like you let your cousin borrow your car. Because they're always somehow related, right? And then your cousin gets it scratched.
Yeah.
At the mall, and then now you're claiming that your cousin stole it from you.
Because even their defenses are so stupid.
it is pretty dumb.
It would be like some shit like that, right? Where they like scratch the car, and they're like, well, he scratched the car at 5 o'clock. Your Honor, it was at 7 o'clock. Why did you say that? Like you just admitted to the, you know? It's like,
Or it's like one roommate is irresponsible and never pays rent, and they're trying to make a ton of excuses not to pay. I would be like, dude, you just need to reset life and be a child again.
I didn't show you guys Chris Hansen's mugshot.
Aww.
This is what's going around.
Something wrong with the reverse fisheye.
Was he wearing glasses before?
Reverse it.
Man, he needs to catch predators again, make some money again.
That's the reason why he created this Kickstarter. And then it actually raised, let me see, I think it was 90,000.
Oh my God, what did he do with the money?
And then
I don't know, but a whole bunch of commenters or people, donors, they left comments on the Kickstarter page complaining that they never received anything. He even said that he had to sell a boat to come up with the money to pay the merch people, but he still never
relatable.
paid them. He actually turned himself in too. He was just like, yeah.
That's funny, he had to sell a boat?
he was probably so much in debt, he had to use that money for other shit.
dude, like Nick Cage, how he had like 5 castles or whatever, and he had to sell his castles.
It's kind of hard to feel bad for that person, you know what I mean? It's like, what do you...
That just sounds like overspending to me.
I sold my Maserati.
But he would collect like doubles or triples of everything. Like
Oh
it
my
wasn't
God.
just like I have a Ferrari. It's like I have 3 Ferraris. I have 3 castles.
Yeah, like some sort of OCD thing?
I don't know, but
I already know what the logic is about that. So one is for you to drive, right? And the other one is for you to have, just in case you fuck up the one that you drive, so you have an extra for the extra. Because I do that shit.
wants to show people because it's always clean.
Yep.